Today we're talking about chemistry. So, what do you do when your good chemistry goes? How do you get it back? Let's talk. Okay, so chemistry. Oh, I love talking with people about chemistry because it's such a kind of magical idea, and people are so invested in it. So it's a really important thing to talk about. So what I want to talk to you about today is, when you have great chemistry and you want to bring it back, what happens when you lose it? And you can lose your chemistry in all kinds of ways. You can lose it through the birth of a child, it changes the dynamic of your relationship. You can lose that feeling of chemistry when one of you loses a job, and it might change the way that you feel in the relationship. It can change your dynamic temporarily. You can lose chemistry just through the day-to-day activities of like picking up each other's dirty socks and all this kind of stuff. So, that just happens. And a lot of times people, go into despair about their chemistry and they go, oh, we used to have this wonderful relationship and now it's changed forever and it's never going to be good again. So that's not true. So the very first step is to recognize that chemistry is a rhythm in your relationship that ebbs and flows. So just because you're not feeling it right now doesn't mean that you'll never feel it. That's number one. The second thing that I want you to think about and that I want you to do is to know that you can invite chemistry back into your relationship, which is wonderful, right? Because you can have some control over that. And I want you to think of it not as like I'm forcing this thing to happen, but I want you to think of it like I am inviting chemistry back. I am making space in my relationship for the chemistry to return, and I am trusting that it will. So, how do you do that? A couple of different things, a couple of suggestions I'm going to give you. One thing is, I want you to remember what it is that you loved about your partner in the beginning. And look for that in your partner today. Because so often we are so super busy, we barely have time to really reconnect with our partner. And one exercise that really helps with this is when you hug your partner hello or goodbye, hold them close to you for 20 full seconds. And tell them ahead of time, I'm going to start doing this thing because I just want to really appreciate, this feeling of being close to you so that they don't think that you're like a weird, why are you holding on to me? Or there's something wrong that you don't want to tell me about, so that they're not like freaked out about it. Let them know, I just want to do this because it feels so good to hold you. Let's just hold each other for 20 seconds when we hug and just see, right? It's like a fun thing to do. And really hold them. And while you're holding them, don't be counting in your head or don't be like thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late. It's 20 seconds. You can invest 20 seconds in a longer hug in your relationship. So that's one thing that you can do. And while you're doing that, just hold them and think about how good it feels to be with them and the things that you love about them. And it's such a powerful thing to do. And it only takes 20 seconds. It only takes 20 seconds. So do that and do that today. Another thing is, we were just talking about how you can feel reconnected to them. Feel reconnected to you. What is it that you love about yourself? What are your strengths? What things do you love to do that you're maybe not doing that much anymore? Because sometimes what we do is when we stop doing those things that we love, we blame the circumstances in our life for that. And usually our partner takes the brunt of that. But really, it's a decision that you made to stop doing something, right? And when you're feeling resentful about something like that, the chemistry in your relationship takes a hit, right? You can't feel resentful of your partner and turned on by them at the same time. It just doesn't really work. So, instead of blaming them for the things that for choosing not to do things that give you joy, choose to do the things that give you joy. So reconnect with yourself. Revisit those things that you love. Okay. So those are some suggestions that I want for you to do. Another thing is that you can you can learn more about your partner's specific personality type. And I have some information below about how you can do that, because there are different love styles for each of the personality types. And what feels like love to you may not necessarily feel like love to your partner. So, and you might be thinking that something's wrong with you because you're like, they're doing this thing that should be a loving thing. Why do I not feel that that's loving to me? You have your own personality type, and it's okay for you to receive love in the way that feels like love to you. And it's okay for them to receive love in the way that feels like love to them. But your personality types might be different. So if you're feeling like you're kind of alone in your relationship, or you're thinking, gosh, why don't I appreciate this thing that they're doing more, or something like that, it's most likely because you have a love style that's different from theirs. So you can learn more about the love styles, and I'll put information about that below for you. So I'm so excited now to hear from you. Now, of those things that we just talked about bringing that chemistry back, inviting that chemistry back, do you think you're going to try the 20-second hugging exercise? I would really love to see who's going to try that. So if you feel like that's something that you can do, please do that and report back in the comments. Let us know. How did your honey react? Because I would love to know. And if we're not connected yet, let's connect at carissamontooth.com. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.